the thunder's curtain call. I see the edge of nowhere glowing red with siren eyes, but the riff is a rebellion, turn the cliff into the sky. Strings like barricades of fire, drums like war machine boots. Every corner revolution, every note a swallow shoots. If tomorrow finds me broken, let the echo still remain. A scar across the silence where the Riff Mania ran insane. Heartbeats sync with kick drums, breath the lines with snare. The world dissolves in overdrive, there's freedom in the blare. Hold your breath, here it comes, a final savage roar. Riff Mania, let the feedback bite. Riff Mania, strike a magic night. With gasoline dreams on a midnight wire, screaming loud enough to set the sky on fire. Riff Mania, no surrender, no retreat. Midnight asphalt, blister black and boiling tar. Headlights carve open veins beneath the metal scars. Nitro in the bloodstream, kerosene in the stare. Every piston is a war drum, every heartbeat over revs the air. Chrome horizon bleeding red, the skyline cracks like glass. Radio preachers spitting static, selling graves and gasoline mass. I shift into oblivion, fourth to fifth to flight. Tonight the road's a runway and the moon's a runway light. Tires kiss the center line, sparks like cursive on the steel. The engine's a cathedral bell, its gospel is the squeal. Feel the rush, hear it floods, molten lightning in my veins. Adrenaline rush, let the red line ring. Adrenaline rush, crack the sky flip. We're a kamikaze coming with a nitro soul. Burning rubber press will make the cosmos roll. Adrenaline rush, no brakes, no change. Adrenaline rush, every breath is a flame. 17 miles of switchback, serpent cord around the cliff. Guardrail ghosts applaud as I the final riff. Storm clouds gather like bikers, thunder engines in their chest. Lightning forks a solo down the mountains, burning crest. I taste ozone on the tongue, I smell the future in the smoke. Every curve is a confession, every drift a vow I broke. The speedometer's a countdown, the tachometer a bomb. I ride the edge between alive and the forever calm. Needle in the red, vision starts to shake. The world becomes a tunnel and the tunnel starts to break. Feel the rush, hear it floods, a tidal wave of chrome and flame. Adrenaline a tale of yesterday while tomorrow burns the gears. Clock on the dash is melting, every second drips like gasoline. I swore I'd break this orbit, but the circle pulls me back to sin. On the roadside hiss promises of painless nights, but the venom just rewinds me to the scene of every fight. I tattooed freedom on my knuckles, now the ink is cracked and sore. Each fist I throw at destiny comes back and knocks me to the floor. Tension goes like rusted springs, heartbeat sinks with snare. The devil in the gearbox whispers, boy, you're already there. Hold the line, here it grinds, a steel-toothed carousel of pain. Vicious cycle round the track of broken dreams. Vicious cycle, fueled by rage and kerosene. We're screaming down a spiral that never hits the ground. Every turn another scar that keeps us spellbound. Vicious cycle, no brakes, no end in sight. Vicious cycle, revving it up and kiss the night. I stole a kiss from chaos, left her lipstick on my scars. She whispered, close your eyes, love, I'll make you see the stars. But stars were just explosions from a crash I can't forget. Headlights frozen on the wreckage of the future I beget. I signed a deal in engine oil, traded soul for RPM. Now the dash is past the red and I can't remember when. Law dogs on the horizon, sirens harmonize the chase. But their song's the same old chorus, just a faster, louder pace. Pulses pounding, piston steel, veins are pumping rust. The rear view shows tomorrow turning instantly to dust. Hold the line, here it grinds, a turbine scream of fade and flame. Vicious cycle round the track of broken dreams. Vicious cycle, fueled by rage and kerosene. We're screaming down a spiral that never hits the ground. Every turn another strain of fate's a spellbound. Vicious cycle, no brakes, no end in sight. Vicious like a bound, vicious right. Blacktop memories keep turning underneath these smoking wheels. I count the ghosts of better men embedded in the tread of steel. The finish line keeps moving every time I near the end, like a serpent eating tail. The race begins again. I buried hope at mile marker 66 beneath the cross of chrome, but the flowers on the grave are made of spark plugs and exhaust foam. If I crash and burn tomorrow, carve this epitaph on flame. He rode the vicious cycle, left the circle still the same. Engine screams a requiem, drums detonate the night. The cycle keeps on spinning long after the lights. Hold the line, here it grinds, a final fatal round. Vicious cycle round the track of broken dreams. Vicious cycle, fueled by rage and kerosene. We're screaming down a spiral that never hits the ground. Every turn another scar that keeps us spellbound. down to their very bones. Just a bunch of rebels gonna throw a few stones. Yeah, the spirit's rising like a phoenix from the flame. Yeah, the whole damn world's gonna remember the name. That's rock and roll, screaming out your name. That's rock and roll, starting up the flame. That's rock and roll, never gonna die. That's rock and roll, reaching for the They said it was a sickness, a disease in the head. But we're still alive, and all the rest are dead. It's a way of living, a reason to exist. With a rock and roll army, clenching up a fist. Woke up with blood in the sun rain. Steel in my veins, no place to hide. Fallen angels carve my name in stone. But this rebel heart rolls on alone. Light the fuse. This engine's hell-bent. We never lose. Raise your fist. Feel the spark.